Streaming on clickorlando.com, you're watching News 6 at 6:30 p.m.
This is News 6 at 6:30. Thank you for joining us here live on News 6 Plus. I'm Ginger Gadsden.
I'm Matt Austin. We have a summertime feel for the next few days. Really for the foreseeable future. Meteorologist Jonathan Kagas joins us now. Jonathan.
Yeah, you know, we're used to this stuff, but we're also used to this stuff, this kind of heat in like middle of June and July and August. And not for this long, this hot in the month of May, at least in the middle of May. This is where we were today, mid-90s across the board. 92 in Leesburg was our high. Daytona Beach, we hit 95. That set a new record, breaking the previous one, 94 degrees in 1994. I think we're going to see more widespread records either tied or fall completely through the weekend and into early next week on the high temperature side. Oviedo, we're at 92 right now, still at this hour. 95 in Kissimmee. We're back to the upper 80s along the Space Coast. Palm Bay, good evening. We are still at a toasty 93 degrees. If you're heading out tonight, again, it's going to be very warm. We at least don't have that super rich and oppressive humidity. It's going up, but it's not like what you would see in July or August just yet. 86 by 9, 80 still by 11. AC is likely running through the night. We're going to talk about how long this extended heat wave lasts coming up at about 6:47, guys.
All right, Jonathan, thank you. Developing now, the Orange County Sheriff says a deputy shot and killed a man who was reaching for a gun. Sheriff John Mina says the SWAT team was serving a drug search warrant on a home today on Lejeune Drive when it happened. The street was still packed with law enforcement hours after the shooting, which happened around 2 o'clock. Sheriff Mina says a deputy encountered a man reaching behind a door for a rifle, and that's when shots were fired. The man died at the hospital. No deputies were hurt in this. Mina says this is not their first call to this house. He says deputies were there just a few weeks ago responding to a domestic violence call.
While we were there, deputies found trafficking amounts of fentanyl and cocaine, as well as 2 guns, loaded guns, one of which was stolen. So this search warrant was related to an ongoing narcotics investigation that started at that initial call.
FDLE is investigating, and the deputy who fired the shot is on paid leave during the investigation, which is standard protocol. The man who was shot has not yet been identified.
Now at 6, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office is using drones to investigate a garage to see if it's structurally safe after a fire there earlier today. Luckily, there are no reported injuries. This video shows that black smoke from the fire that forced the Jacksonville airport to close and flights to be delayed. It reopened just about an hour ago. Deputies say the fire is contained. Crews are just working to put out those hot spots. In a press conference on News 6 at 4, the mayor of Jacksonville said the fire started with 1 car, then spread to as many as 50. According to Flight Radar, incoming flights to Jacksonville Airport were diverted to Orlando, Savannah, Atlanta, St. Augustine, and Panama City Beach.
We had a tip from our results desk about a woman's neighbor whose service dog was attacked and killed. The woman says her neighbor's dog did it.
Yeah, News 6's Laverne McGee went to the Ocoee neighborhood to find out what happened.
The moment they grabbed him like that, they killed him, because he was only 6 pounds.
Luz Rivera says she's devastated her neighbor's 2 large dogs attacked and killed her puppy named Louie. Even more heartbreaking, his official service dog certificate came in the mail today. She says it was Tuesday afternoon when she walked to her Ocoee neighborhood mailbox, and from out of nowhere, her neighbor's dogs came running and attacked him. This is Ring doorbell footage of Rivera frantically trying to get help from a neighbor moments after the attack.
That brown dog attacked my dog, and he did not let him go till he was dead.
This is a small, quiet neighborhood, and I talked to several of the people in this community who were nervous about going on camera, but they did verify that they were scared of those 2 dogs that killed little Louie.
I tried to speak to the dog's owner, but no one answered the door. The neighbor who emailed our results desk about this told us she felt let down when authorities told her there was not much they could do about the situation. We reached out to Orange County to find out more and got this email that says, in part, the owner of the aggressing dogs has been issued multiple citations as a result of this incident, totaling $750 in fines. We're also told that the HOA is also looking into the situation.
And if you can't control your dog on a leash, you shouldn't have him.
Laverne McGee, News 6.
Well, no one wants to live next to an eyesore, but one man tells us he has 2 blighted vacant homes right next to his. He says he's been waiting for a couple of years for the property owners or the county, anybody, to clean them up or knock them down.
Yeah, we sent News 6's James Sparvero to Paradise Lane in Cocoa to see if he can help this veteran get results.
When I got to the neighborhood, it wasn't hard to see which houses that our caller, John Hilton, a 77-year-old veteran, was talking about. It's obviously here on my right and then directly across the street. Same thing, another abandoned property. Now let's talk to Mr. Hilton, see if maybe we can start getting results. How you doing, sir? My name's James from Channel 6. Thanks for giving us a call.
How are you?
Nice to meet you.
I'm John Hilton.
Hey, John. Pleasure, sir.
You're a short guy, aren't you?
I've heard that for many years.
You can see this place over here. You can see the condition of it.
It's bad.
Real bad. That one's not much better.
So tell me about your interactions with the county to try and do something about this.
Well, I guess 6, 7 months ago, I called the county, and they said, well, somebody's bought the property. The county keeps giving them fines. The guy keeps paying the fines. Why should they do anything to kill the golden goose, so to speak?
So what solutions would you like to see?
I'd like to see them tear that place down.
What do you think it will take at this point?
To tear that down, the owner to get with it.
I wasn't able to reach the owners today, nor did the county give me a comment. But through the property appraiser, I did find these old pictures that show how nice the houses looked more than 10 years ago when they were taken care of. In our interview, John told me he's not considering moving. He told me other parts of the street are still nice, and he showed me how he takes care of some of the animals around here, like this adorable litter of kittens. So you really love this neighborhood?
I do. If you're not going to use it, you're not going to fix it, tear it down.
In Cocoa, Brevard County, I'm James Sparvero, News 6.
Now to Central Florida's #1 news website. We got clickorlando.com firing on all cylinders. Let's check out what's trending. It's Brickell Avenue in downtown Miami, where visitors can stumble across the Miami Circle. This is a historic landmark. Lives up to its name, too. The circle itself is really just a series of holes carved into the ground. It was discovered after an apartment complex was demolished.
Human remains, stone axes, and shell tools all were dug up in this area. Researchers believe it is a footprint from part of a prehistoric settlement. The site was ultimately reburied in 2003, though more than $150,000 of funding was granted to develop the area into what is now the Miami Circle Park.
I wish they would say an exact date. You know, I would love to know what year those people were there, but it was a long time ago. Yeah. Here are some of the other trending stories right now over at clickorlando.com. People can't stop checking out door camera video of a gator on a Sanford doorstep. A gator was relocated, but not before lots of care by officers was taken.
Yeah. And all of the shows at Universal Epic Universe, from puppets to dazzling water shows, you can find at clickorlando.com. They break it all down and what you can expect as that place opens next week. It's a big time.
It's gonna be exciting. Yeah. Well, a teacher taking their class to SeaWorld sounds like the best teacher ever, right?
They're going to Disney World, though.
Oh yeah, Disney World, that's right. SeaWorld. Well, what if it's Disney World?
We'll meet Daisy Thomas, who worked all year to pay for this special adventure.
Ooh, I just messed up. Disney's going to call me.
First, Choice of Champions, words Claremont chooses to live by. It hits the road. We take a look at the area's history and future with sports training. You're watching News 6 at 6:30 live on News 6 Plus, covering Maitland, Titusville, and all of Central Florida. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Your weekend evening traffic alert. Listen up, there is no bad weather coming in. We just got some heat, so construction is going to be there. Southbound 417 Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. We will see heavy lane closures and construction as you approach Lee Vista, kind of the 528 area with a scheduled closure. Same thing here, westbound I-4 approaching Kirkman and the Sand Lake area. A lot of construction happening in the westbound area, so do expect that again Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm Trooper Steve with the News 6 traffic alert. Drive safely. I'll see you Monday morning.
I'm meteorologist Michelle Morgan in Mount Dora. Sunday is the Big Sit Bird Watch right here at the McDonald Canal Boat Ramp.
If it's your first time coming, the most important thing you need to bring is a pair of binoculars. After that, just think about you're doing like a 3 to 4 mile hike. It's Florida, it's getting warm now, so water, sunscreen, hat are all good choices.
The Big Sit starts at 7 a.m. on Sunday. Surf's Up, the Hang 8 dog surfing competition, is Saturday at Flagler Beach Pier. Pups hit the waves from 8 to 2. The Asian Cultural Festival is Sunday afternoon at Bill Breeze Park in Ocoee. You'll also find great eats at Tacos and Treats Throwdown all weekend long at Wickham Park in Melbourne. Bring the kids to get an up-close look at fire trucks and police vehicles. Touch a Truck Saturday at Central Park in Palm Coast. And the Fringe Festival continues this weekend at Lock Haven Park in Orlando. I'm meteorologist Michelle Morgan.
Well, when News 6 hit the road, we asked viewers what makes their community so special.
Christina wrote about Claremont, saying, as a local fitness instructor, triathlete, our fitness community offers great opportunities for all levels and activities. The city of Claremont's motto is Choice of Champions. It pays homage to its unique landscape and efforts to embrace sports tourism.
News 6's Lisa Bell takes a closer look at how that motto came about and how the city is cashing in on athletics.
From the National Training Center that opened in 2001 to the construction of the new 100,000 square foot AAU Olympus Event Center to triathlons along beautiful Lake Minneola, Claremont has become a magnet for professional and amateur athletes. I want to talk about the motto of the city of Claremont. It's the choice of champions. How did that come about?
Well, we did a workshop with 1,000+ people back in 2013, and it became the motto in 2014.
Interim city manager Rick Van Wagner was on the city council at the time.
And we noticed that we have a lot of Olympians here and people that have trained from all over, they come from all over the world to train here. But we also did that motto because we believe citizens can be champions in any area they choose to be in.
Van Wagner says Claremont's unique landscape and year-round warm weather make it an ideal location for athletes training in all types of sports. Tell me about the logo.
The blue and the green represents the hills and the lakes. The iconic M, it's for the choice of champions, and the circle is red for the heart of a champion.
So it's kind of everything that you're going to see in the area, right? We have a huge cycling community here.
Amanda Netherow is with Claremont Main Street, an organization dedicated to promoting local businesses.
Every Saturday morning, they do a park run out of Lake Hiawatha, so we see a ton of people just coming from that. And then we have a lot of the endurance sports are hosted out of waterfront parks.
The city of Claremont's motto is choice of champions. And it does seem like this downtown area is benefiting from some of that sports tourism.
It is. Even with the spring games that we just had for softball, the families from the spring games will come down here for dinner, they'll come down here for lunch in between games just to cool off.
How important is sports tourism and the sports economy to the overall economy here in Claremont?
It's very important. People come, I mean, we have a row house here where people come from all over to do rowing and regattas. I mean, there's so many things that are coming. We were just talking to US Row about coming perhaps here in the next year or two to start doing training here. So there are a lot of people that want to come here. It's a big part of what we do here.
I mean, I get why people don't want us to profile their towns sometimes, because then the word gets out.
Because then everybody wants to go over there. We, for years, have enjoyed the Frolf. They have one of the best Frisbee golf courses
in
Claremont.
They have everything. It's so nice.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Here's a live look over Daytona Beach. They've got some good stuff cooking over there, too. That's a pretty nice beach, and that's a good place to be when the weather is 95 degrees and sunny. Meteorologist Jonathan Kagas It's going to be like this for a little while.
A little while, yeah, at least until late next week. I mean, this is kind of a weird stretch that we're in. One of a couple only in recorded history that we're this hot for this long at this point of May. I mean, we're used to the heat, of course. We have this stuff almost every day.
Yeah, but not this early.
Yeah, it's a little early for this extended heat wave for sure. We set a record today in Daytona Beach at 95. We're in that ballpark and even hotter than that over the next couple of days. So I think we are going to see more records fall on a more widespread scale once we get into tomorrow, especially Sunday and Monday. Record heat can be possible for the next 5 days. Then we're going to keep things mainly dry. So one thing that we are going to watch, we just had all that rain to help take a bite out of the drought situation we got ourselves into. We might watch that expand again as we go forward over the next few weeks with limited rain chances and with how hot and how sunny and dry we are. I do think we do have a little break in the temperature department coming our way by the end of the 7-day forecast. I'll show you that in a second. Mount Dora, we are still at 91 degrees. Oviedo, we are at 91. Kissimmee, we're at 95. Miko, good evening. We're at 87. West Melbourne into Melbourne, we're back into the upper 80s. Tomorrow morning, a little bit of a warm start. We're at 70 in Mount Dora, 69 in Daytona Beach, right around 70 in Palm Coast. Back to the upper 60s in Ocala. Toasty tomorrow afternoon. Here's a look at that forecast.
Your forecast is sponsored by the Florida Lottery.
Temperature is going to surge back into the mid to upper 90s. Record territory for pretty much everybody. Bushnell, we're at 94. Wildwood, 95 into the Villages. We are also at 95 into Palm Bay tomorrow under a mainly sunny sky. We're just talking about it. Great for the beach. The one thing is, and you know, you can go to the beach sometimes. You can stay on the cool side, even if you don't get in the water with that nice breeze off of the Atlantic. Tomorrow is not that day. The wind is out of the other direction. It's coming inland, in to out tomorrow. So highs can be into the mid-90s again tomorrow. Water temperature is starting to get a little more comfortable. Mid-70s for us. Rip current risk. On the moderate side, the surf is going to be very nice, gentle ocean tomorrow at about 1 to 2 feet. The one thing we've also been highlighting over the last couple of days is the air quality. It's going to go up a little bit, the index anyway. The air quality issue is going to go down due to the fact that we have high ozone levels. It's because of the weather pattern that we are in. It doesn't really let the pollutants escape or mix out, as we call it, so all of that stays very, very tightly packed to the surface where we live. So especially if you have any kind of underlying condition, some respiratory issues, just please be mindful of that. And of course, it is going to be really hot as well. We're going to fast forward to May 22nd to the 26th. You see this big chunk of blue. It is going to turn much colder just towards our north. Now, we are still highlighted in the outlook in the oranges. The darker the colors in either direction, the higher the probability for either hotter or colder temperatures. And while we may not get back into the 70s or anything like that, we will see this heat wave come to an end late in the 7-day forecast. Not this weekend, not early next work week, but there you go. 97 still on Wednesday. That system rolls through on Thursday. It'll take us back into the low 90s. And then there we go. Jacket-worthy weather by the time we wake up on Friday morning in the 60s, guys. Wow, it's a big change.
Yeah, it really is. Looking forward to it. All right, thank you, Jonathan. Keep streaming. We'll be right back.
I'm News 6 anchor Crystal Moyer. And I'm Chief Meteorologist Candace Campos. Coming up on Monday, navigating the roads around Universal's new theme park. We're getting an update on the big construction projects underway and what it can mean for the thousands set to flock to Epic Universe.
Plus, the heat is on, nearing record-breaking temperatures again. I'll have an update on your forecast.
We'll see you Monday for News 6 Mornings, starting at 6.
A local teacher raised more than $7,000 to give her third grade class an experience they will never forget, a trip to Disney World.
News 6 reporter Jarrell Baker was there to capture the special moment when that teacher unveiled the surprise.
These Westside Elementary School third graders think they're only standing outside in front of their parents for a multiplication competition to win a limo ride. But Friday, their teacher, Tansny Thomas, gave each of them an envelope with a much bigger surprise.
See what it says? What does it say? You're going to Disney World!
It's my first time going, and I'm really excited.
Did y'all expect anything like this to happen today?
No.
Okay,
I'm going to ride the fastest and most dangerous rides because I'm going to have the time of my life.
We have a friend that is waiting to see you!
Thomas worked with parents and others all year to raise more than $7,000 to pay for tickets, food, transportation, and a $25 gift card for each of her 24 students.
They're rewarding my students. They have read over 641 books and over 3 million words, and they have constantly scored above average for school and district requirements.
This moment is even more special for Marcos and Mikael.
You excited as well?
Yes.
Okay, what's your favorite thing you're going to do when you get there?
Eat food.
Eat food, okay.
Both exchange students in their first year studying in America.
Disney World is very expensive, and we really need to save a lot in order for us to visit that place. And now our children will be able to go there for free. That is so amazing.
It also just happens to be Thomas's 10th year of teaching, which is why she worked with sponsors, local organizations, and parents to make this happen for her 10th class. Students also received custom-made Disney ears, hats, and bags to prepare for their big trip Saturday. In Daytona Beach, Jarrell Baker, News 6.
Okay.
How about that teacher? Come on.
They are always going to remember this experience and that teacher. I have not wanted to go back to third grade in a long time, but I want to be in her class.
Really?
Yeah, she's remarkable.
Well,
if she's that generous there.
We learned yesterday you can't handle the math of third grade.
Nor can you. None of us. Jonathan can.
Jonathan can. I hope so. He got through thermodynamics. He can handle it.
He's fine. All right. Hey, thank you for joining us and watching News 6 at 6:30 all week. Stream News 6 online anytime on our News 6 Plus Smart TV app.
Remember, we break news at clickorlando.com. We'll see you tonight at 11.